Hello, flower friend. This is Jen, and you are listening to the Floral Hustle Podcast. And on this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the branding glow up. What will make your floral brand truly stand out? And this is something that I actually used to really struggle with. About, is it 5-ish years ago, completely changed my business name because I felt like my brand and where I wanted my business to go didn't match my name, didn't match the client that I was attracting, didn't match how I was feeling, didn't match like the business and the revenue that I wanted. And so I literally ripped the Band-Aid off after 17 years of having this brand, having this name, having several iterations of DIY logos. I did one last ditch effort to really resurrect the brand into something bigger um, by redoing the logo and redoing all this crap. And inevitably, I was just like, this is not me. So, in the world, your brand is the difference between blending in or becoming unforgettable. So I know that I am the green goddess. Like I am my brand. And people will say like, "Oh, it's Jen, the green goddess herself." Like my brand matches me. I am very kind of natural in general. Like I'm a vegetarian. Uh I try to eat healthy, natural. Like I do a lot with green. Um, I am kind of a goddess. Like I treat myself well. I love myself. All those things that like really are kind of goddess like behaviors. Like I am my brand. And I think that I've also seen people who their brand doesn't match them at all. And I can see how their business is completely off kilter, not making the money, not being fulfilling, not doing 100 things that they'd like it to do. So I know from personal experience and from coaching, like branding is so important. Having a brand you are absolutely in love with is so important. And I think it's so important. I designed a brand new workshop around it. It is going to be called Business Bouquets and Branding, which is going to be in January. And it is going to be an immersive experience of you diving into business, making two stunning bouquets. We're going to be doing an installation um, of the new kind of trendy caterpillar tables. And then it's going to be all things branding, like really developing what your brand is and getting a mini branding photo shoot done with the amazing florals that we're going to have made. And then an opportunity to actually get a branding video done for you to share on social and on your website. So if you're interested in that, please go check out thefloralhustle.com/rockstar. All three of my workshops that are coming up are listed on there, and I would love to see you there. So what really makes like a standout floral brand? And a brand is something that is instantly recognizable, emotionally resonates with people, and is in line with the dreams of your ideal client. And why this matters is clients often make decisions based on how your brand makes them feel. So a standout brand doesn't just sell flowers, it is selling a vision and experience. So think of, I know, like, I love Sarah Khan. She is a cultural decorator slash florist. Like, think about her brand. And when you're looking at her Instagram, you're feeling the luxury, you're feeling the lushness, you're feeling the sexiness of her weddings and like, the twilight and the sparkle and like the culture coming through. And then think about my brand as a business coach. I have an edgier vibe. Like I have badass energy. Is one thing that I've had people say to me. I am a rock star. Like I have a full sleeve tattoo. I ride a motorcycle. I live my life very authentically to who I am and what feels good. I'm a life coach. Like I want to help people not only with their business, but I want their life and their business to holistically come together and feel so fucking good that they just wake up excited every day. Like that is me as a brand. And what is your brand? Like, if you think about the key elements of a standout brand, first is your visual identity. What is that first impression? Because first impressions last. So that's your logo, your color palette, your fonts, and your overall aesthetic. And why that really matters is that these elements convey your style, your professionalism at first glance. Like if I wanted to be a more conservative brand, I could just wear long sleeves. I could not talk about riding a motorcycle. I could not talk about the fun things I do, like going to pottery and like how I live my life in pursuit of happiness and like in alignment with everything feeling good in my motherhood and my business. Like I could not talk about those things and I could talk to you strictly like some other florist business coaches all about the pricing of flowers or how to break into luxury floral design or whatever it is. Like I could talk about those things, but that's not my brand. So, tips to really glow up your brand is audit your branding materials. Does your logo match the quality of the work that you're producing? Are your colors consistent across platforms? Are you using, tools like Canva Pro or hiring a designer to elevate your visuals? Uh, are your colors like in your brand evoking romance or luxury or what do you want your colors to feel? And this is something that we're going to dive in and you're actually getting a free branding guide that kind of walks you through like creating a personal brand shoot. Uh, because this is something that's really takes some time thinking through. I think part of your brand is how you speak about your brand as well. And so really dialing in to what is your unique value proposition as a brand, as a florist, as a wedding florist, whatever that means to you. Okay, your brand voice is how you speak to your audience. So your tone and language you can use in your captions, your emails, your website copy, and this is creating consistency in and builds trust with a potential client. So, like my brand voice for the Floral Hustle is, you know, edgier. Like I swear, I will call things out like they are. And I'm not somebody who is painting fuzzy pictures around something. I call it like it is. And like that is very true and authentic to me. So, like, I want people to feel like I get them and like I'm real because I am. Like that's the type of coach I am. I don't want you to be like, we're gonna just like observe your Instagram strategy and then come up with some marketing tactics. It's like, no, like what's making you not want to fucking post on Instagram? Like what exactly is it? Like that moment that you shut down, what is it? What makes you stop? What puts the brakes on? Okay, you're saying, maybe that, like, I'm afraid that somebody is gonna look at me and they're gonna think I'm ridiculous. I'm afraid that I'm not good enough to be, running a business. Whatever it is, like, I wanna get to the root of that because that's where the magic happens when you're becoming the best human you can be to become the best business owner you can be. Because if you've struggled with never feeling good enough, like, it's gonna be hard to be the boss, running the show, showing everybody that I am worthy. I am good enough. And that's what I want for you as a business coach. I can teach you pricing. Like in this workshop in January, I can teach you how to build a brand because I've built several. And I build a brand that feels really good to me. I help other florists build brands that feel really good to them. We're going to have an amazing photographer at this workshop that is all about helping you come and show your brand to people, like show what you're all about. And Really, your brand is creating this like unforgettable experience of who you are as a business. So that's how important it is to make sure that your brand finds your unique voice and resonates that voice across every single platform. All right. The third is your ideal client. You need to be speaking directly to their heart. A clear understanding of who you're trying to attract. So like from a florist perspective, I want somebody who is going to flowers are important to them. They love lush organic garden style designs. They have money to spend and that aesthetic of flowers is important to them. I am repelled by someone who says that flowers are not that big of a deal to me. Like that makes me not want to talk to them because if they don't care about something that is so in my heart, then I don't want to do business with them. Like I can find somebody else that absolutely fucking loves flowers. So, from a coaching perspective, I'm speaking to somebody who maybe feels overwhelmed, like wants to simplify things, wants like shortcuts, wants to figure out why things are happening, wants like a foundational plan of something that is real. And one thing that I think is thrown around as a brand all the time is being a luxury florist. And I don't fucking want to be a luxury florist. I love serving a person who is in that $16,000 to $25,000 range and that I have created something beautiful for them, but not so much that I'm having to rent a building, that I'm having to have a team in here. And basically I would grow out of my space if I was doing luxury events. Like that is not important to me. Me saying that I'm a luxury and florist is not important to me, nor is it something that I give two shits about because I know that I am an amazing florist. I know that I do not want to continuously do budgets that are in the 40 to 45,000 to 50,000 to 6 because I also want to be the human that I love to be. I want to be the mother that I love and want to be. I want to be available for them. And when I would be immersed in that big of wedding, I am not serving those other two needs to the level that would make me happy. And so that is not speaking to me. When I hear other coaches saying, I want to teach you to be a luxury something, what does that even mean? Because most of the time when I dig in with that person and be like, what do you want your life to be like? It doesn't match that of a business owner that is doing 40 to $50,000 weddings all the time. Like you can be a luxury florist that does 10. I can do that too. But like those weeks, I would like to sleep. I would like to spend time with my kids. I would like to get them to karate. I would like not to have a monthly nut to crack of a space that's going to cost me $2,500 a month, $3,500 a month. I am very happy being in my garage-based studio, which as part of the workshop, you actually get to come here on that Sunday night, the 12th, and see how I have everything set up because it is hard to feel like what you're doing is right. And I know what I'm doing is set up really well. And I want to share that with you guys because the how I have my space optimized helps me pump out $350,000 of weddings out of my 2-car garage here in Bloomington, Minnesota. So, is your brand speaking directly to that person that you're in love with? Like you want to serve that kind of person. You want and you get excited about that person. Cuz if it's not, if you're all of a sudden getting inquiries that are baby's breath and mason jars because I've been there like and you're wanting to do pin frog arrangements that are really like avant-garde, something is not matching. Your brand is not delivering what you're trying to do. And so you need a brand glow up, which the workshop definitely will help you do. All right. Your online presence is everything. Another thing I see is like people will have like this different brand on Instagram and then they'll have like a brand on TikTok and then they have a Facebook page. Maybe they're not doing too much with that. And then they have their personal page and then they have their website and nothing looks similar. It's like you had Tourette's and like that looks different than this and that looks different from this. And that is not going to get you brand consistency, which helps build trust from a client. It sets you apart. And it also, when things don't match, it really dilutes your unique value proposition. So, a unique value proposition is really what sets you apart. The reason why a client should choose you over another florist. So, without a clear, unique value proposition, clients can see you as interchangeable. You are like, it doesn't matter if I book this one or this person, it's whoever's cheaper because your unique value proposition is not seeding in with that client. So, really, tips to glow that up would be to identify what makes your business unique. Is it your sustainable business practices? Your modern designs? Are you just like in my reviews, people talk about my customer service and how I took their vision to the next level. Like that is one of my superpowers. That is one of my unique value propositions. Somebody can tell me their idea and I can elevate it. I can take that vision and make it so good, like so next level. And I can do that with budgets in. I can do that with, really open-ended budgets or like I love selling in levels. I can even pitch them 3 different ideas and concepts from a budget standpoint on one concept. So I am delivering this experience that other florists are not doing. So another couple common myths that I see in branding is just about having a very pretty logo, and I think as creative business owners, we spend a lot of time on logos, like a lot. But the truth is it's about creating a memorable experience that reflects your business and your values. Of course, that's inclusive of the logo, but that's inclusive of like how you're talking about your business, how you're talking about your unique value proposition. And if you don't even know what that is, in this branding workshop, we are going to dive into that. If you need help, I want to help you do that. You also do not need a huge budget to have a great brand. I have seen florists that are at the beginning stages of their business hire a branding person for like $1,700, $2,000. I saw somebody spend like $4,500 on a branding package. Like you can make a brand in Canva. You can do a thing like Design Crowd, which is a branding contest where I actually created my Green Goddess Floral logo. I came up with an idea and concept, and I submitted it on this website. It's called designcrowd.com. And all of these designers from like all over the country go and look at your design brief and then create a concept and submit that concept. I got 180 submissions on like one design brief that I submitted. So here is 100, and I think the person who won my contest lives in Sri Lanka. So like you're getting people and there's perspective from all over the world. You're seeing a unique spin. And yes, some of them look like AI crap, especially now that AI is more AI than it ever has been. But I specifically like would write, I want to make sure this doesn't look like it was created in an AI image generator. I want there to be you just need to get really specific. Like I took a famous painter that I really, really loved. And I put in a picture that I really loved. I put a picture of a bride with big, huge bride. I love wearing like big, huge headpieces. That's like super fun for me. And so I put that in there and I was like basically crafting all these things together to make this brand that really spoke to me. And there were several that I was really like, I loved, but like I absolutely loved what this gentleman in Sri Lanka put together. And since then, on Design Crowd, I hired him to make my business card. It's absolutely beautiful. I've had him put, Green Goddess Flower Farm. I've had him change a few things. I've went and got like those like bath. I don't know what they call them. They're not bath towels, hand towels. So I have my logo printed on them to give with bouquets. And like with that process, like I had to have a certain type, reached out to him and he, for $20, because like that's a lot of money where he's at. He made me whatever logo file I needed in the color I needed. And it was easy. So there are so many ways you can elevate your brand in so many ways that aren't expensive. Like those napkins or those, I know they call them hand towels because they're kind of like a rectangular, those elevate your brand. Like there's little things that can elevate your brand along the way. If you send a like welcome aboard kit, that's like elevating your brand. Sending them like a local bridal association thing or sending them a notebook or something with your stuff on it. Like there are so many ways to elevate your brand that don't cost a lot of money that people just don't get that are even out there because you don't look. Like I put together little kits periodically to send out to planners to say thank you for referring people to me, or I would love to work with you. I'm Jen from Green Goddess Floral, whatever it is. Like you can make your brand stand out and you can make your brand stand out for not a lot of money, especially because if you go and do a photo shoot, like, and you don't have participation in the flowers, like that can be an expensive endeavor. If you took even $300 of that, you could highly target wedding planners that could get you in front of some seriously impactful customers because they are people who are need wedding flowers. By a $300 investment, you could probably reach out to like 10 to 12 very highly targeted experiences, showing them what your brand can do. I hope that was helpful. And it was a lot of information, but I hope that your brand already has the foundation. But if you want to take your brand to the next level, I would love to have you at our business branding and bouquets workshop because, like, doing these types of things is what pushes you to the next level. Me investing in, like going to a workshop and learning about something has taken my business to the next level. Me investing in a business coach, like I've invested a lot of money in myself, my brand, my brain, because I know it pays dividends. And I would love for your business to get on a path of profitability, of feeling really, really good. Because if your brand and your business doesn't feel good, it also is potentially not going to attract that ideal client. It's potentially not going to attract the money that you want to make. So you need all of those things to be in alignment for you to really just have this path of success laid out. Because when things start feeling good, so many things fall in alignment and you deserve that. You deserve a business glow up in 2025. So if you want to learn more about the workshop, the business bouquets and branding workshop, head to the floralhustle.com/rockstar. I would love to see you there. It is limited to 15 spots as well. All my workshops are capped because I want to create an experience, and that experience is being more intimate. So thank you so much for listening, flower friend, and you have an amazing flower filled day.